Today is very exciting. I have 2 tickets here and we're going to go spend the day at Great Keppel Island. It's a little bit bumpy, this boat. They said it's a little bit windy, so it's expected, but we are both very prone to seasickness. Corey more so than me. He's vomited on every single boat I've ever been on with him. We're just hoping we're going to get there soon, because we just had breakfast and it's moving around in my belly.
In a few moments we're pulling up on what's called Fisherman's Beach, beautiful Great Keppel Island. When you're up off the boat, if you go straight ahead, there's a walkway leading up off the beach. If you go up that and hang a left, that'll take you down to Hideaway. And don't forget, as you're on the 7:30 run, that entitles you to a free cup of coffee.
We are at the cafe and kiosk now, and we are just planning what to do. So we have got until 4 o'clock. So I think we're going to go and explore some beaches and go for some walks to lookouts.
Okay, so we are just deciding where to go. We have a little map and we are here at the Hideaway Resort. I want to go to this lookout here.
It's a little bit tricky trying to figure out which way to go, because the roads are a bit sort of rugged and the signposts are a little bit confusing and some of them are broken. But we are now using Google Maps to try and figure out where to go. We're trying to go to the north side of the island because today we have quite a strong southerly wind, so we're hoping that it's going to be a little bit more sheltered. But yeah, it's a bit of a hike to get there and we have got limited time, so we need to rush.
We are at the first lookout and we have some views over here across the island and back here. However, the lookout area looks a bit dishevelled. I think this place used to be pretty fresh 30 years ago, but it's kind of not being looked after. I kind of have that feeling about the area. But we still have the views at least. I found a mozzie spray. I've been bitten again. Thankfully I remembered to get it just as we were leaving and I ran back to the car.
It's a gift and a curse being so damn tasty, isn't it, Gil?
Yeah, you always get me.
I think to get around this island you probably need an ATV or a little quad bike, because some of these little rocks, you wouldn't get over them in a car. I guess my love is completely random. In the middle of this island is a homestead. So this is Leek Homestead, and from here, Mr. and Mrs. Leek, they ran a sheep farm out here, and right now I don't think anyone lives there. It seems like it's all been run down. The house is about to fall over, but as heritage listed, and we have some goats maintaining the land now.
So people do come here for bushwalking. There's lots of trails around the island. We can see why, because we've been on this walk for maybe about 30 minutes and we've already had like quite a few different landscapes. Like we had like that really rocky, kind of dusty road, and then we had this homestead area with these goats in the field. And now this beautiful walk through here, like this little bushland forest. And we're on our way to like a tropical island. It's so diverse. I had no idea that we would expect to find this here.
So we're just a little bit back from Leek's Beach. We're behind these wetlands, and the water in the wetlands is so crystal clear. Just jumped on Google again, done a Google lens, because we have seen a lizard on the trail. And it could be a blue-tongued lizard.
Turns out that the trail we're actually doing today to Butterfish Bay is 13k return, so it is probably one of the longest hikes you can do on the island. Didn't really realise that when we set off. We found a goanna.
We've seen lots of animals out here, haven't we?
Yeah, a few. I feel like this is like a old lost resort, and there's all like these little memories of what used to be here. Like it says it's like a bus stop, as if some kind of like 4x4 track came through. There's definitely like tracks along this road and it's wide enough for a car, but it just feels like it's not been driven in so long. We made it, the first beach spot of the day, and it's beautiful. We haven't got that cold wind that we did on the other side of the island. And look at this.
Okay, so we are at Second Beach right now, and it's super nice. We're the only ones out here. There's just a couple of boats in the bay, and it's just perfect. There's no one else around, and the sand is beautiful, the water's clear, and we're gonna have some snacks here, and then carry on to Svensson's, and then around to the bay where we're gonna snorkel. At Second Beach there's this big tree and it's got all these buoys in there. People have put messages on them, and it's a rope swing as well. We've just been loving it. It's on a proper goat track now. We've peeled off from the main path, and speaking of goats, we did see some, but we've just got glimpses of Butterfish Bay, and we're heading down now. It looks awesome. I can't wait to get in that water and do some snorkeling. Okay, we are at Butterfish Bay now, and we are just going up to the northern end of the beach. We're going to jump in the water, have a little snorkel, and see what we can find. We just spoke to some people who had snorkeling gear. They said that some of the coral was a bit dead out here, but we're gonna go take a look anyway. We haven't been snorkeling in ages, so we're quite excited to get in the water and nervous.
Alright, let's go and check out this reef. I'm a bit nervous for open water, but I'm prepared. It's a bit chilly, it's not terribly cold, I think we'll get used to it, but maybe a good 20 minutes, half an hour swim, and I think that'll do us, yeah?
Yeah.
About 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. There wasn't really much to see. We did see some fish, they're pretty nice. They're pretty cute. We didn't see anything exciting like turtles, but we did have some fun. We haven't been snorkeling in ages. That was really nice, and it's made us want to do a lot more up the eastern coast and all over Oz. So
More islands?
More islands, more snorkeling, more reefs.
And I gave you a rose that you kept on sea, kept on sea.
We're at Svensson Bay. It's about 600 meters from Butterfish Bay, and we thought we'd pop in, so we've got a little bit of time, a little window before we have to make the big trek back. So we might have one more dip in the water because we're already hot, and then head off.
Kept going on.
We need to scoot back because our ferry's at 4. It's about 25 past 2, and it took us a long time to get here. We've got about 6.5 k's roughly to walk back. Make sure we get there in time to check into our ferry. So we better head back. But it's been amazing here, we loved it. I'm sad that we have to leave.
Another wild animal just spotted. We saw an echidna.
Another echidna, that's 2 now. I think that's only the second time we've ever seen an echidna in the wild, so it's quite exciting.
We are just making our way back down to the resort now, and we are feeling very tired. It was an adventurous day. We were not expecting to go for such a great hike. It was only because we had quite a strong southerly and a cool crisp air this morning. We wanted to stay on the north side of the island, which meant we had to walk all the way over the like sort of hills and mountains and down into each beach and cove and everything. So it was much more adventurous than we thought we were going to be spending our time here on Great Keppel Island, but we really enjoyed it. It was great. We got to do a lot of exercise. We surely will be having a stretch tonight, and we've made it back just in time for our ferry, and we've got about half an hour to go, and I think we're 10 minutes away, so pretty good timing. I think I'm going to get a quick cool beverage from the resort before hopping on the ferry, and we'll probably get some sunset colours on the way back, which should be nice.